Hi guys, I just got out of the science fair and man, judging a middle school science fair is always like very, very exciting. But anyway, I just got some messages about a variety of things and I thought, okay, we better talk about it because I went on some controversial podcasts lately and people were saying like, oh my gosh, do you agree with everyone that you went on these podcasts with? How do you really feel about these controversial doctrinal issues? And I just wanted to like let you guys know my own perspective because I feel like this is the most important thing that you can know about me, which is that my number one concern is healing. That is it. That is it. I will always go on any kind of podcast that I think can promote the agenda of healing people's lives, and that is it. So I recently went on a podcast all about polygamy, and it was my idea because so many people reach out to me asking for healing work on polygamy. And I thought my job is not to be working specifically for my own religious audience, which I love. But as my work expands, it needs to be more palatable for people that don't always get, you know, my religion and probably the religion of many of us viewing. And I thought, I don't want to host a polygamy session on my own channel, on my own website. Like, I don't want to do that. And so I reached out to my friend to see if she might be willing to host a session on this issue because so many people have asked about it. And now all of a sudden, I've hemorrhaged 1,000 followers. People are saying all sorts of things about me and making a lot of assumptions about a lot of things. And so people are asking me today, here, do you want me to do that for you, honey? Um, here, I don't even know if you'll like that, but you give that a little try, okay? You don't want to try it after all. Okay. Trying quesadillas today. But anyway, um, here's the thing. How I feel about any particular issue to me is much less important than promoting healing. Okay. I hold space for people who absolutely hate me, and I'm okay with it because to me the most important thing is healing. I am willing to engage with people that I disagree with on a lot of topics. Whoa, let's put our body, okay. I'm willing to engage with a lot of people that I don't always agree with 100% if it is going to accomplish this ultimate goal of healing. So when it comes to issues of polygamy, the big thing that I have to say about that is that my testimony has nothing to do with that. It is not an important issue to me, to be frank. Like, I don't, it's not something that keeps me up at night. It's not something that I worry about. My mom always said, like, we are the products of polygamy. I mean, like, I have polygamist ancestors on all sides. And so, like, guess what? I don't know. Like, I am who I am today because of it. Is it a true doctrine or not? It's not something that keeps me up at night. It just isn't. And I'm sorry if that is offensive to people. I know there's some people that feel extremely strongly about it. I personally don't feel trauma around that issue. But some people deeply do. And I understand why they do. And I understand why other people feel trauma around other people feeling trauma about that, if that makes sense. But I just wanted to come out and like explain that for the people that are very disturbed, that I would offer healing work for free to people who are feeling traumatized. I'm sorry if that is offensive to you. That is the premise of much of my work. I do charge money occasionally. I mean, like, my website has a lot of sessions that you can pay money for. And my YouTube has a ton of sessions that are absolutely free. And my website also has many free sessions. And I would hope that we would all be emotionally mature enough to understand that my ultimate goal in life is to promote healing for as many people as possible. That is the goal here. My own personal opinions about anything are really very secondary to if I have the opportunity to help people heal. That's it. And I have a lot of opinions that I feel extremely strongly about that I do not share, specifically because I believe it would trigger people and make them less willing to heal. I want to be a safe space for people in every kind of walk of life, in every kind of stage of their faith journey, in every kind of stage of their religious journey, in every kind of stage with all of their journeys. Even when I disagree with them, like, guess what? I have a lot of opinions, and there's really only one person who knows them all, which is my husband, you know? And it is what it is, you know? Because here's the thing, I truly believe that my opinions on anything are not as important as people's healing. That's it. Like, that is absolutely it. So yeah, I will go on controversial podcasts. I will go and do what I think is wisest to help people. Oh, I'm so glad. We just put a lemon on her quesadilla and she did like it. That's really good. Um, but the point is, the important thing is healing. And like, you know me, I have never been shy about the fact that to me, this work is about preparing people for the second coming. So what? So people that disagree with you about polygamy are less worthy of healing? What is this? Like, I don't get it. Like, personally, I don't get it, but like, I understand some people are like very alarmed. But for me, I feel like my job is to make healing as accessible as possible. Even for people, you know, of different opinions, um, not to say how I feel about anything in particular one way or the other, but like I said on this controversial polygamy podcast, whether or not you agree with everything that is stated on that podcast, hopefully you can agree with the reality that many people are traumatized by this issue. Like, can we all get on the same page that many people are suffering because of this issue? And can we agree that circumlocuting around the issue, there's like, it can be good, but it can also not be as productive as maybe we wish that it was. Like, healing from the issue is the ultimate way to be productive about this issue, learning how to release our triggers around that issue is so critical. And so I've just been sitting here like, oh man, I did not expect that so many people would be so upset about this when I thought that they kind of knew me. Like, my purpose is healing. My purpose is helping people heal their lives so that they can have better lives and so that they can be ready when massive, enormous natural disasters start to occur, when we get to personally and firsthand experience the wars and rumors of wars that have been prophesied. Like, that's what gets me going. That's what's keeping me up at night. Am I worrying about polygamy? No. I will tell you, I have zero parts of my brain that are talking to me at night about that. At night, the thing that keeps me up is, how am I going to help more people? How am I going to help more people? Because at the end of the day, the overall backlog of trauma that we all individually carry, that's the stuff that's clogging us up and keeping us from being functional in our normal life. And in our normal life, that's not great. In our normal life, our childhood trauma, even our adulthood trauma, sorry guys, our pasts that we need to resolve, these things affect us in serious ways. And it impacts our finances, it impacts our relationships with our children and with our spouse, and or maybe we're single, and like, our lives are the way that they are because of our unprocessed trauma, and our lives are as bad as they are. Like, to the extent that your life has problems, so many of those problems are linked to past trauma. And to me, every day, people's emotional pain feels urgent. I just feel this huge sense of urgency. We've got to clear out some pain today. People are suffering today, and maybe they're not currently engaging in war and rumors of war, but if their personal home life is a war zone on a small scale, that's a big deal, and it's a big deal today. To me, that feels urgent. It feels urgent to me to help the regular people every day who are dealing with problems every day that maybe are small on the big scale of things, but they're huge to them, because each of us is magnificently important. All of our struggles are massively important, But on the larger scale, I haven't made any videos yet about this Hurricane Helene business. And honestly, it's because I've been I've been reading about it all day long. All I do is like pull up Twitter and like read about it. And it's like probably not healthy, but like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not from North Carolina, but I did vacation there regularly. Like, I'm from Maryland, which is not that far. And I don't know. I'm like reading about it and thinking like, oh my gosh. And that's a whole topic for another video. I will say that, people are talking about HARP and like man-made like geoengineering. And I think that's part of it. But I think the big thing that I need to convey is that that is hardly the most important thing that's going on right now, because the sun itself is going through a massive shift on the electromagnetic level, and it is impacting other planets. We actually have data points now from Jupiter that the Jupiter storm, that like the eye of Jupiter, it is looking different right now because of this electromagnetic plasma that's being ejected from the sun and impacting Jupiter. We are looking at a massive increase in natural disasters, not just from geoengineering, and I would say probably not even mostly from geoengineering. It is certainly playing a role. But what we have to understand is that we're heading into a time where we are going to be facing natural disasters that are linked to the sun itself. The sun is operating on this 12,000-year cycle. And guess what? Like the cycle's like coming around, and we are going to be seeing some massive shifts that humans cannot impact. Like HARP can do a lot of things, but the sun can do more things than that, and it is. And just to be clear, I do think that scientists are messing. I think that they're up to no good. I think people, oh, hey, thanks, ma'am. Shh. I think people are up to no good and doing all sorts of crazy stuff, trying to tamper with the weather. And we are also up against forces that are way bigger than any human can control. I think we're in for it. And not necessarily today, not necessarily next week, but as we see from Helene and from Milton, like we're going to be seeing some unusual weather activity, and it's not all geoengineering. Like, in my opinion, it's probably 70% the sun. It's, to me, that is my honest opinion. I think we're looking at 70% natural forces from the sun itself and the earth itself separate, and I think 30% probably like man-made interjections and like ill-fated experiments from people that like don't care that they're trying to play God, and they don't care who gets hurt in the process, right? All of that is just to say that we have a lot of big stuff coming up. And if you're emotionally destroyed over your childhood trauma still, and it's impacting everything in your life, how are you going to handle it when you have a Hurricane Helene come through and all of a sudden you have 20 minutes to climb on top of your house to survive, and you watch your loved ones get swept away in the water? How are you going to handle that? Like, this is what keeps me up at night. This is the stuff that I actually care about. What I actually care about is if polygamy trauma is so much to you that you get heart palpitations about it, you lose sleep over it, you worry about it, your testimony struggles because of it, that's not necessary. My work can help you. And I went on a podcast to help those people. I'm not one of those people. I don't lose sleep about that. I've never had a heart palpitation about polygamy. I've never, like questioned my knowledge of God about this. It's just not something that has come up for me. But what, am I going to trivialize somebody else's pain over this issue? Absolutely not. Honestly, like, I feel like I'm going to cry about it. Like, how can we not take people seriously? How can we not take their pain seriously? That is just the thing that's just all I have to say. Guess what? Unfollow me. That's fine. I don't care. If I'm not a good fit for you, guess what? I'm not for everybody. But the people that I'm for, I'm here for them. Like, I am here for the people that want me to be here for them. I'm here for people that hate me. Okay, like, there are some of you out there that may not be watching this video, but you know that I have gone to you and said, guess what? I can take your hate. I can take it. Let me have it. You want to tell me how bad I am? That's fine. Like, seriously, you are allowed to send me a hateful email and I will be kind to you in response. And I have done that. Okay, you know that. The people that have done that to me, they do know that. Why do I sound like I'm crying? Because I am crying, my baby.
You are crying. You see the pictures that yipped.
I do. I thank you. They are so pretty. But I don't know. Here's the deal. Oh my gosh. Well, it's like coming into my head, so I'm like, I'd probably better say it, but I don't know. My patriarchal blessing is all about preparing the earth for the second coming. There you have it. And it's all I've thought about since I was a child. And now here I am, and I'm a grown-up, and it's all that I think about. And I don't know. Can we be emotionally mature enough to handle it? If I don't know, if a healing journey takes an unexpected route, you know? I don't know. Here's the long and short of it. No matter where I end up on the internet or what people say about me, my only concern is healing. That's it. That's it. It's more important to me that people heal their lives than it is that we agree on everything religiously, politically, emotionally, anything. You know, oh, hey, baby. We just got a new guitar and it hasn't been hung up on the wall yet. Um, so anyone can just go and mess with it. But um, anyway, it all comes back to healing and that's it. So I went on this other controversial podcast recently that had a terrible title that was not reflective of my actual stance. It was called Do Women Already Have the Priesthood? And it had a picture of me and then it had a picture of like women giving a priesthood blessing. And just to be clear, I don't believe that. And I don't use the priesthood in my work, in my own opinion. And I never would. And I don't think it is possible. I mean, like, I don't know. It was like very misleading, but you know, it got me into a little bit of hot water with some people who were, I don't know, making a lot of assumptions based on a clickbait title that was not accurate. I'm like, did you even watch this video where when they asked, like, do you think you have the priesthood? And I said, no, I don't think that. Like, did you even watch this video that you made a bunch of assumptions about? And of course, the answer is no, because if they had, they would have realized it was a misrepresentation. And I did not correct it because I don't know, like, I don't know, it's not my clickbait title. I don't know. I guess I just assumed that people were more emotionally mature than I guess that many of us are, but it's okay. Um, we're all on this journey and it's okay. Like I said, you know, has it been sad to hemorrhage some followers over this? Like, honestly, yeah, I'm sitting there like, oh, I did not expect that everyone would lose their minds over these things. And maybe I should have. Um, I've been thinking about that line in the scriptures about avoiding the appearance of evil, which is interesting in this context because I don't think I've engaged with evil on any of these podcasts that I've been on, but I can see how other people would assume that. And I can see how people who looked at a clickbait title or saw my face in a picture associated with someone that they don't like, they would jump to a bunch of conclusions without giving it a chance or without reflecting on how much they actually know about me and like where are we going with this, you know? Anyway, so just to be clear, there we have it. And I need to get back to work because I do have a lot to say about Helene and Milton and upcoming events and the election and everything like that. And I've just been so busy with my, you know, beautiful 3-year-old over here and oh man, managing brand new guitar lessons for my little kids and I don't know, just everything. But I don't know. I just wanted you to hear it from the horse's mouth. Okay. Now, there you have it. Here's my opinion on what I've been up to. You can take it or leave it. But to me, I have been honest with you. These are my feelings. This is my purpose. You know, this is what I'm here for. And there you have it. So anyway, I hope this was helpful to somebody. I'm like, oh man, will just even talking about this cause even more troubles for me? I don't know. But hopefully not. Anyways, it's okay. You know, I have not been emotionally devastated or something like that, but it's kind of more like one of those like, oh my gosh, this is like a 2 out of 10 problem of my life. But I'm understanding that other people are feeling like very distressed about my role in these various podcasts and everything. So I just wanted to set the record straight. I hope this is helpful. If you like suddenly hate me now, it's cool. I can still like you. It's allowed. And I hope that you still find healing wherever you find it, even if it's not with me. I don't care if it's with me. I hope you find all of the healing and help that you're looking for in your whole life. I hope that you feel joy in all of your relationships. I hope that you're financially secure. I hope that when you wake up every day, you aren't encumbered by trauma and that you wake up feeling so free and light and clear in your heart that you can show up and be a light for other people and serve them. oh my gosh, I'm sorry, this is like so long, but as like a little side note, my husband sent me this thing the other day that I've like kept thinking about. It was one of his favorite video game streamers who he like grew up, his mom was a druggie. He like played video games and took care of all the other little kids on his street whose all moms were also druggies and like not even conscious for most of the days. And so now this guy is like this multi-million-dollar earning video game streamer, and he supports all of those other kids that he raised in his neighborhood. And he's always like helping other people and nobody helps him. And he and so my husband sent me this little video because this guy was just saying like people ask me if oh very nice. So let's show the fashion. Yeah, goggle fashion. Goggles Elsa. Anyways, this guy was saying like, do I ever feel bad that I like give so much and I help other people and they don't have to help me? Like nobody helps me. And he said, no, I never feel bad about that. Every day when I help someone and no one has to help me, I say, thank God. Thank God. And that is what I wish for you. It's what I wish for me. I wish that all of us are so healed and functional that we can get up and go out and give and give and give and give and keep giving and not really need a whole lot of extra help. Like I don't have a lot of extra help in my life. I feel like I give a lot more than I receive, and it's okay because I'm fine. Like, guess what? My life is awesome. I told my mom about an experience I had. I was working on somebody who had an Aztec like curse situation. It's like very dangerous stuff. And but anyways, it was fine because I can handle it. And I was telling my mom about it. And she's like, I don't think you should be helping people with that. That's like too much. And I said, Mom, my life is awesome. I don't know if you noticed, but like everything is fine for me and my life is good. So I think it's fine. Like, guess what? I can do it. And so I do it. Can we all be people? Like, can we all get to this place where we are so healed and happy that we can just show up and be lights for the world? That's what I wish for us. I hope we can all be like that video game streamer who can just show up and lift everyone that's around him over and over again and be happy and fine with it and not feel sad that no one helps us. Like, that's what I hope for us. I hope that we can just like show up and be lights to the world. Okay. I feel like I've talked long enough, but I love you guys. I hope you're good. I hope that this was like not too weird. Okay. You don't have to go hunting for controversial podcasts I've been on. It's like very unnecessary, and that's why I didn't talk about them here. Not that it even like made a difference because so many people were so distressed anyway, but there you have it. Okay, love you guys. Bye.